It begins with a whisper over the open sea, waves restless under a slate sky, the air thick with salt and dread. The crew of the deep-sea vessel is silent, their eyes fixed on the glimmering expanse hiding the unknown below. Tonight, they will chase a record, but also, something far darker. The ocean waits, patient and eternal. Far beneath the surface lies the Challenger deep, nearly 7 miles down in the Mariana Trench, a place so hostile that even light gives up its journey halfway. Scientists call it an abyssal desert, yet legends claim it's alive. What they don't know is how wrong both descriptions are. Nothing here is lifeless, and nothing sleeps. The diver, known only by his codename, Helios, checks his breathing system as the submersible hums to life. Every gauge flickers like a beating heart counting down to something monumental. He's calm, but his eyes betray the knowledge of risk. Even the faintest error could mean implosion under millions of pounds of pressure. Descent begins, an infinite fall into liquid darkness. With every meter, the sunlight disappears, colors fade, and the world outside turns alien. Even the faint hum of the vessel seems swallowed by the weight of the sea. At 5,000 feet, temperature, light, and hope all thin into shadows. Above, storm clouds gather, lightning cracks against horizons unseen. Radio communications start to hiss with static, carrying ghostly echoes from below. The support crew listens, breath held, while pressure readings spike unpredictably. Something is interfering, not mechanical, not natural. Helios engages autopilot and peers into the viewfinder. Strange flickers move across the sonar, shapes metallic and patterned, definitely not geological. He leans closer, pulse tight against his suit. His instruments begin losing signal, replaced by a rhythmic pulse, almost organic in its repetition. The submersible hull creaks like a groaning cathedral. Pressure outside exceeds 1,000 times that at the surface. Any fracture would be catastrophic, the ocean waiting to rush in with unimaginable force. Yet, Helios keeps going, deeper toward the coordinates no human dared confirm. Faint bioluminescent shimmer appears outside, lighting up walls of silt and movement that should not be there. Life survives, yes, but this movement feels organized, intelligent. Dozens of glowing shapes swirl in slow circles, like sentinels guarding something sacred and forbidden. At 28,000 feet, all systems falter for a heartbeat. The lights flicker, then stabilize in dim red. A face, human, distorted, flashes on the monitor feed for less than a second. Helios freezes, replaying the video frame by frame. There's no one else on board. His breath quickens as he scans the data logs. The reflection matches his own face, but aged by decades, eyes vacant, skin pale from the deep's harsh isolation. The trench is playing tricks, or offering visions. Reality down here bends under gravity, time, and something ancient. Helios reports visual anomalies to the surface, but receives only static. The voice on the radio dissolves into a low, resonant hum. It sounds more like the sea itself speaking through the wires, syllables forming in the frequency space, pleading or warning in tones too deep for words. A metallic clang echoes across the sub's frame. He shines a spotlight onto the source, jagged metal debris, decades old, part of an unidentified craft wedged into the trench wall. The markings are faint, eroded by pressure and time. What happened here defies all recorded expeditions. Tiny tendrils of steam erupt from cracks in the ocean floor, signaling volcanic activity. The water around the vents glows faint orange, like undersea fire. Geologists had insisted this region was dormant, but nature has rewritten its script. Even the seismographs above begin to pulse erratically. Then, an enormous shadow moves behind the wreckage, blotting out the shimmering vents. It stretches beyond visibility, its shape irregular, impossible. It drifts close enough to distort the magnetic compass, twisting it like a broken clock. Helios whispers, although no one can hear him, "It sees me." The onboard camera tries to refocus but captures nothing but static lines. The system temperature spikes, and the sub's outer lights dim to a burning red. Helios realizes he is being followed by something the sonar refuses to map. The trench is alive, and it knows he's intruding. He checks oxygen levels, fine. Pressure seals, secure. But irrational dread seeps in, a feeling that every movement is being observed from all sides. He remembers the old legends of sailors who dreamed of cities beneath the sea, ruled by silent watchers. Maybe they weren't dreams after all. Above the abyssal ridge, a peculiar formation emerges. Towers of basalt rise like dark cathedrals, coated in translucent membranes shifting like breathing lungs. Helios brings the sub closer, hypnotized. His external sensors record rhythmic vibrations matching a human heartbeat. An alarm blares, pressure surging unexpectedly. The trench walls tremble, releasing spirals of debris. The ocean floor begins to shift upward, folding over itself as if the earth were inhaling. Through the shaking viewport, Helios glimpses something vast beneath those folds, a moving light buried in sediment. The light grows brighter until the data feed overloads. White static floods the monitors, then clears. Outside, the seabed has changed entirely. The ridges have vanished, replaced by an open crater spiraling endlessly downward, defying all geological maps. Helios descends still further. Temperature begins to rise sharply, condensation forming inside the glass dome. Metallic sounds echo through the hull, resonating like deep bells. When he wipes the condensation, faint silhouettes move beneath the sub, multiplying, continuous. Each shadow mirrors his shape exactly. He tries ascending, but the thrusters ignore commands, spinning freely. Autopilot flickers with symbols he's never seen before, alien scripts scrolling endlessly. He whispers into the mic again for extraction. Above, the ship receives nothing but unending low-frequency hums. With each meter downward, visibility decreases to zero. The only light is from strange clusters along the trench wall, green, pulsing, organic. He realizes the glow synchronizes with the vibration of his heartbeat, the abyss is responding as if it recognizes life itself. Outside the viewport, a fissure opens, yawning in slow motion. From within, swirling fluids release glowing motes like plankton-born stars. He should turn back, but cannot resist. Something below pulls with invisible gravity, a siren call for explorers who no longer remember why they came. All cameras record what appears to be architecture, angular patterns aligned too precisely to be natural. The trench might not be purely geological, it could be the remains of something constructed long before humanity's birth. The thought freezes him more than any cold current could. A single note, low and resonant, fills the cabin, shaking the metal walls. The oxygen gauge flicks red. Every pulse of sound rearranges the misted screens, creating symmetrical symbols in condensation. The abyss is communicating, yet what message could survive this depth? Suddenly, instruments die completely. Silence reigns except for Helios's breathing, rapid and fragile. He shines his last reserve spotlight downward, and sees a smooth reflective surface stretching infinitely, like a mirror lake under pressure. It reflects his light but not his movement. When he touches the glass controls, the reflection touches back, an identical submersible mimic inches away. But it's not perfectly mirrored. Its lights flicker a half-second before his. Time doesn't align here, as though two realities overlap in watery distortion. Oceanic rises. He rams throttle upward, desperate to flee. But the trench refuses release, the readouts show no change in depth. Outside, the mirrored version of himself fades slowly, not from distance, but dissolution. Whatever he encountered is rewriting itself, and him. Above the surface, days pass. The support team tracks no signals, the dive logs end mid-transmission. Experts debate causes, implosion, equipment failure, hallucination from nitrogen narcosis. Yet sonar occasionally detects faint rhythmic taps, identical to Helios's heartbeat pattern. Months later, oceanographers return to the site with improved gear. What they find defies reality, the trench depth measures slightly deeper, as if the seafloor itself absorbed the sub completely. Some whisper it wasn't swallowed, it merged with something older down there. Recovered video fragments show Helios's last moment frozen between light and shadow, his face calm, eyes fixed on something unseen beyond comprehension. Viewers of the footage often report nightmares of drowning in luminous darkness. The official report lists cause of loss as unknown anomaly. In interviews, the surviving crew refused to speak of the dive, each describing relentless dreams of whispering currents. They hear their names beneath static, calling from the depth. Some quit oceanography altogether, unable to bear proximity to water again. The site is now classified, its coordinates erased from public archives. Yet independent divers claim that at midnight, radios pick up distant signals, the same rhythmic hum that haunted the expedition. A pulse from the abyss, waiting for another to answer. Even today, the deep ocean holds 95% of Earth's unexplored world. We call it wilderness, but it feels more like a boundary, a threshold never meant to be crossed. The Challenger Deep remains both a wonder and a warning, its depths echoing with the memory of Helios's last breath. And so the ocean remains undefeated, its silence not emptiness, but vigilance. We stare upon its dark surface, unaware it stares back. Somewhere, beneath miles of eternal water, a single red light still flickers, calling for return. The most dangerous dive has never truly ended.